Welcome back to another weekly workout update with your boy. It's the real deal in the house. Man, today was my first workout of the year because I've had the biggest setback of 2023. This little incident affected everything that I'm doing. Like, it's my first week back, right? I couldn't sit in this chair, you guys. Like, I couldn't sit in this chair without pain. But I did everything that I could, right? But it affected everything. Like, I couldn't work the same way that I wanted to, and it really sucks. So I want to tell you quickly a little bit about it. Well, what happened was on New Year's Day, it was a very cold day. By the way, it's been raining all week in San Diego. It's been cold as shit. We happened to be outside with my family, and I think the cold air got into my back because I was not wearing a thick jacket, and then it fucking just tightened up and cramped on me, and man, oh my god, I've been in pain ever since. And this has been really tough. But here's the thing that I want to share with all of you guys. Like, even though this is a huge setback because I was on my fitness journey, I'm trying to lose weight. I want to talk more about it because I want to share with you what did I learn from this setback? What did it actually help me to understand? Like, my lower back pain came on New Year's Day, and it was like a huge mind fuck for me because I basically felt crippled. And the next day I knew I was supposed to go work out. There's no way in hell that was happening. So my anxiety keeps going up about this because I know I can't go work out. I barely can fricking move, and I'm gonna gain weight because just gone through Christmas, just gone through New Year's. Spending more time with family, comfort food, eating, relaxing, not exercising as much, right? But shit, man, I was getting anxious about this weight gain because I was like, I'm gonna get fatter. Of course, I was bloated as shit. Today I'm doing much better, but it just started creating all of this in me because it was like mentally such a setback, and I had just been preparing myself for 2 weeks so I could hit the ground running. So I used to be an Adonis god, like the best physique in the world. Just kidding. Like, for me, right, that was my best, and I loved it. I loved being that way. But after that, I started working, stress came in life, and I didn't really have the gym as much. I was still in really good shape for several years after that. But over time, when my stress level just got out of control, not going to the gym enough, smoking more weed, eating out more because I'm making good money, so I'm spending the money too, and eating out more. Convenience, trying to just get by, stress, weed. You know what I mean? So, like, it was just kind of one of those things where I was just okay not having like a really insane physique, that something I aspired to in my teens and early 20s. And I've been trying to think about it. It kind of hit me that I'm so sick and tired of not being able to fit into my amazingly nice clothes that I got tailored, that I would always wear out and about when I'm doing business and I'm traveling, meeting clients, and I always look the best, by the way, in every room I walk into. And it's just one of those things where I was like, of course, COVID got there. Everybody either became a hunk, a monk, or a chunk. I definitely think I got all three, and I'm still in the sort of losing the chunk phase. And of course, Mimi got pregnant. We had a baby, so I gained weight when she was pregnant. All that was there. But I'm just so sick of, like, every time I go to pick out some nice clothes of mine and I can't fit into them, I can't blame it on me just becoming more muscular. It's definitely me becoming more fat. And I guess I just never really cared enough. I just only, well, it's not that I didn't care enough. It's that I only cared enough to get by, is what I'm trying to say. And I was okay. I was complacent. But then I really got hit with this. Like, I'm not trying to, continue this habit and then, like, go hire a tailor, pay thousands of dollars, and waste that money to get into bigger tailored clothes. It's just like, what are you doing, bro? That's not the answer here. The answer is for you to fucking, like, stick to the plan and do what you're supposed to be doing. But one way to appreciate the hell out of your body is by hurting yourself. I appreciate the hell out of the fact that one day I'm going to be old as fuck and I'm not going to be able to use my body the way I am now. And I can now. Like, it just made me immediately so fucking grateful that, bro, I'm going to get weak as shit at one point, and fuck all that. Fuck all these excuses. Like, I got another day to live. I got another day to, like, make the best of my day by going out to the gym and having the best fucking workout that I could possibly have. So I was so grateful. And also, I felt that this was the universe telling me something. It was like my body's telling me something, but I think the universe was trying to tell me something as well. Like, I've been going hard on my workouts, as you guys have seen, which I'll share more about in a bit. But I feel like I've been neglecting certain parts of it. I'll definitely talk about my nutrition journey in a bit, but, like, I think that this was a wake-up call to, like, understand, okay, dude, You know, you really got to lose this extra weight around your waist because your core is not as strong. Like, your core is weak, and it's all linked. Like, yes, you're working out, yes, you're eating decent, but you do still need more. You need more core work, still incorporate cardio, and be even tighter on your diet, right? Because this little incident affected everything that I'm doing. Like, it's my first week back, right? I couldn't sit in this chair, you guys. Like, I couldn't sit in this chair without pain. But I did everything that I could, right? But it affected everything. Like, I couldn't work the same way that I wanted to. We're 5 days into this year, and I feel like I've destroyed it. Well, the one thing I did want to come back to is my whole focus statement this year is all about grit and taking care of myself. And this is where the universe spoke to me. Like, yes, you're working hard, but you also got to remember your other focus pillar, bro. Focus statement, rather. It's take care of yourself. Now, remember last video I talked about taking care of myself emotionally and all that stuff. But taking care of myself physically, even though I do it all the time, there's still areas where I'm noticing I was neglecting, and I need to come and now take the ownership of it and put this shit back into perspective. So I did whatever I had to do. I wore a weight belt, you know, I iced, heat packed, stretched, whatever I had to do to heal myself. And today, drum roll, even though it was storming, I still went out and I did chest, and I did a modified workout because I wasn't about to go and hurt my back even more. So let me show you this workout and what I did. Let's get right into it. Okay, here we go. So here's what I did. First, let's talk about last week, because I think I know why I had the back issue, even though, and I told you guys this in my last video, which if you didn't check out the last workout update, make sure you check that out, weekly workout update with the real AB. Okay, so last week, right, on day 5, when I was supposed to do legs, like, I went pretty heavy on the upper body day 4, right? But I did tell you guys that there was a psychological thing that I was seeing in myself when I was doing these 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, and they were full body workouts, like full upper body, full lower body. It's a little different than what I do, you know. And I would notice in the second set of the workouts of the week, I would psychologically be like, well, I'm still, you know, did pretty heavy. Because earlier in the week, I would go really, really hard, and then it would be really hard to replicate that again in the later part of the week. So psychologically, I would feel like, oh, I'm like getting a little burned out or a little tired, or I should be careful so I don't get hurt. So I came into that mindset, and it's kind of interesting because I ended up modifying my leg workout that day, because I actually did feel pain on the upper body day in my shoulder. Like, I actually had to, you know, change this workout with the bench press. I had no time last week. I went to a different gym. Again, this is great because this workout was meant to be done in less than 30 minutes or less, right? I did it in 30 minutes, but you can do it in 25 minutes, whatever. Depends on you. And it was a different gym. It was busy, and I did incline. And also, I noticed I stuck a little lighter. As you can see, the weights were not the same as the weeks prior on regular bench, which is fine. But my shoulder was tight. Like, I had range of motion issues. Everything is fucking connected, man. Shoulders, back, like, it's all connected. You think like, oh, it's all isolated, like, just because this hurts doesn't mean, like, you have to understand the body is a system and it works all in unison. So I did still a decent workout. I did back, still pretty heavy, and then I just could finish whatever I could with some, you know, delts. But then the next day, I felt like I still had a lot of pain in the shoulders. So I was trying not to put the bar on my back and like squat heavy like that, or even do like lunges, which are again pulling on my shoulders. So I stuck with exercises that were not going to affect my upper area as much, but were still going to be super effective in isolating the areas that I want to work. So I actually think I started this workout with leg curls. So I even kept track of, remember I told you guys last week I got to keep track of where I'm at. So I kept the pad at level 2 and the swivel was at level 3. Felt really strong, like just out the gate, man. Like, I think 165 felt really good in that last set, which is pretty good. Nice pump there. Leg extensions also did pretty heavy. It's kind of nuts. I just kept going, like feeling really, really strong. Like 160, 170, just felt like it was just shooting up, like no problem. I was like, wow, like legs are just really powered up. And then, of course, I wasn't playing the squat that day, but I ended up doing leg press. And I went pretty heavy, considering that I haven't done leg press any in this last, you know, series of workouts. So it was a newer movement, you could say, after not having done it for a while. But like, was repping like 4 or 5 plates on each side, and it felt really good. I just walked away from the workout even doing some calves, like super heavy. Well, actually not super heavy. I actually did seated calves instead of standing, because again, avoiding the shoulder. And it felt pretty good. So I walked away with like such a great leg pump, and I'm like, oh, it's my last workout before the new year. This was my last workout. I felt so great. And it was super intense for what it was, even though I knew I was working with some injuries. But then, of course, my incident happened. So now I'm in like all these things where I even wrote to myself some notes, right? It's the rest day. It's New Year's Day. I went out and about with my family. I got extremely cold and windy. Like I basically told you guys the story, right? Didn't wear a jacket. That was on me. But I take full responsibility for it, is basically what I'm trying to say. Like, I understand that I have weak points. I understand that I have issues. This is just highlighting them to me, and it's obvious. And if I don't listen to these signs, like it's on me. All right. So I just felt like telling you guys about this. Like, I feel like making this video series is just one of those steps, just like back in the day. It's like holding me accountable globally, you know, with all of you out there. And over time, this is going to grow. It's going to compound into whatever I become. And it's like just great that we get to do it together, learn together. I get to share stuff with you. We get to explore this together. So it just means a lot to me that you just stuck around for this video to watch. It's getting kind of long. I'm not going to bore you with the meal plan, but I will tell you a little bit about it. The only thing I would say is I'm still sticking to the bison, still sticking to the ground turkey, still sticking to the chicken, still sticking to pre-made protein shakes for convenience. I just keep them around my table, and still drinking lots of water, trying to eat as good as I can. There were a couple of days where I'm eating purely Indian food because I don't really eat non-veg food when my parents are around me, because out of respect, and also why not? I'm gonna enjoy the food that they want to enjoy, so we do it together. So a lot of it's very carby and all that stuff. But the positive news is I've actually managed to not gain more weight. So we're in the new year, and I've actually reached my goal of getting through the holidays and the New Year's and not getting worse off than when I started. Because a lot of times you go through the holidays, you get worse off, and then you hit the New Year's and you're even like, I started with the momentum. I got hit in the lower back and just destroyed my progress for a few days, or so I felt. But it turned out to be a huge blessing in disguise, and I'm so grateful for this journey and for the lessons. And I want to keep sharing with you guys week to week what the heck is going to keep happening. I've been putting out a ton of content. I hope you guys are checking it out. I'm going to put a whole bunch of them up in this video. Please go check them out. I've been putting my ass on the line. I've been also making a bunch of shorts, and I've been making a bunch of content on TikTok and Instagram, sharing more in my stories, and I just want you guys to be a part of it. So why don't you just take a second and go and subscribe and follow those pages. I'll put all of them links in the video description here. They would just mean a lot to me, because then you can be part of the full journey. So stay tuned, and please subscribe to this channel. Please watch the full video. Leave a thoughtful comment. Let me know what you want to know. I would want to talk to you. Get into the Discord, message me, and I'll see you guys next time.